Hey y'all, over here today we're making homemade bread. It's called soda bread. There is no yeast needed in this bread. It is super good. Alright guys, hope you enjoy. First thing we need, half cup milk with a tablespoon of lemon juice in the milk. Let that sit room temperature for about 5 minutes. Preheat your oven to 475. Get your loaf pan and grease your loaf pan. In a bowl you need, right here we got all of our dry ingredients in here. You need 3 cups of flour. I'm using all-purpose flour. Half teaspoon of baking soda. Half teaspoon salt. 3/4 cup sugar. If you don't want the sugar, you don't have to put it in. It just adds a little sweetness to the bread. You'll enjoy it. So what we're going to do is, with all of our dry ingredients in here, we're going to mix that up. Get our dry ingredients all mixed together. Try to do this as best as I can here with you guys. Okay, about like that. Then we're going to, I'm going to put it in the mixer and use dough hooks. Use some dough hooks to mix it with the milk. And once that happens, we got to act fast because the leveling agents start reacting as soon as the wet and dry are combined. If you don't have a mixer, mix it the old school way by hand. Then go ahead and get you a counter or non-stick mat. Put some flour on it so we can knead the bread after we mix it. So I'm going to mix it up real quick and I'll be right back with you. So you get your dough all mixed. Put it over here. Don't forget, flour your hands so the dough don't stick to your fingers. We're going to do a little bit of kneading. Don't overwork your dough. Add a little bit of flour as you go if you need it. You want it, you don't want it like super, so you won't be able to touch it without it looking like, you know, you don't want it to stick to your hands. Then just knead your dough. Remember, I said this would make 2 loaves, so after we get this kneaded, you don't need to do a lot of kneading. This is about good. See, if you need it, if you over knead it, then it's going to stick to your board like that. Just scrape that up, get you a little bit of flour. My bag's empty. I got the majority of it back on there. Okay. We're going to call that about good. So now, I like to shake off some excess flour here. And we're going to cut that right down the middle. Let me wash my hands real quick. Now this ain't going to be like the loaf of bread you buy from the store. This is a loaf of soda bread. It's not a whole lot different, but
it's at the very back.
fucking find what I want. Alright. So this is a bash and chop, steel blade. We're just going to cut the dough in half. Should have floured my blade first, but that's okay. Then take half of your dough. We're going to put it right into our loaf pan. Now don't worry that it don't fill the loaf pan, because this bread will rise even without the yeast in it. It will rise. And then just go ahead, put this in your preheated oven for about 15-20 minutes. You got that way zoomed in. Now I don't have 2 loaf pans, so we're just going to go ahead and make this as a round loaf, which soda bread is traditionally made as a round loaf of bread, not a regular loaf, so it would be just fine, just as good. Your bread's just going to be circular. Circles. And we're going to put that in the oven. Right beside the other one. Like I said, about 20 minutes. I'll show you in a minute. It's been about 20 minutes. We're going to... Our bread is done. It did split a little on the top, no big deal. Just, you know, it's cooked all the way through. Kind of just like kind of like a cake. Just take your fork and stick it in all the way. If it pulls out clean, it's done. This one took about 20 minutes. The round one took about 15 minutes. But every oven is different, so keep checking it every, 5-10 minutes or so. Check on them. I recommend every time you open that oven and pull it out, check on it, brush butter across the top. Or keep it from burning, give it a crispy golden brown. And then let me go ahead and flip this round one out the pan. Go ahead and slice you off a chunk. Now these breads are good for soup. You can make a sandwich out of it if you want. But let me go ahead and I'll cut you a slice of both of them here. And there's your bread, nice and fluffy. You can see the fluffiness in it. That's your round one. I'm gonna go ahead and move it over out of my way a little bit. This one is still quite hot. And that's your heel, of course, but nice and fluffy bread. Look at that, nice and dense. Nice spring. You can also, if you want, mix some fruits in your batter. Make like a banana bread, corn bread, whatever. Same concept, just add your fruit into your batter. You can do it the same way use cornmeal and make your homemade cornbread this way. No yeast, remember. This is chuck wagon style, this way you would make it around the campfire. You don't even need an oven. Mix it, form it. You can wrap it in aluminum foil and throw it on your campfire. Cook it on the campfire, have a loaf of bread when you're camping. So there you guys go. Homemade bread, no yeast. Camping style. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe. Links are below for Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Gmail. Shoot on over Bubba's Custom Gifts. Subscribe there. Till next time, I'll catch you all down the road. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget, like, favorite, subscribe, comment below any video you'd like to see. Leave your comments on your bread when you've tried it, what you think of it. Links are below for Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Gmail. Don't forget to shoot on over to Bubba's Custom Gifts and subscribe there. Till next time, I'll catch you all down the road.